Chief is more of a pet than a hunter. He definitely has been hunting, but not a lot, and so hey, hey, shake. Good boy. Good boy. A lot of people who own retrievers, like a Labrador, will sometimes use them for hunting, but then when they're at home, they're a pet. And so how do you train a Labrador to be proficient when you're out hunting, but then also free and playful and interactive with the family and kids in a healthy manner? And so I tried to train Chief in a way that he can do both of those jobs. I say that's a job because it's kind of, you know, what he sees as accomplishing something. So like when we're home, he's always trying to like, hey, make sure you're happy, or let's go play outside, or whatever. And when you're hunting, his job is like, you know, to retrieve the birds. And so today, for an example, I'm going to show you how I train Chief to retrieve like a stick or a ball. And I trained him in a way so that it would be the exact same if it were a duck or goose or quail or pheasant or checker. Yeah, check out this video at the lake we just went to, and me working with Chief with a stick. Stay. Chief. Right here. Come here. Bring it here. Good boy. Hold. Hold. Thank you. Stay. 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 Shake. Sit. Stay. Chief! So there's a couple things I wanted to point out from the video. One is that I have him sit in position, and then I'll throw the stick out into the pond on the lake or whatever, and typically I'll say mark. That just kind of tells him to look. So if we're like sitting on the edge of the river or in a blind or something, and I say mark, then it kind of tells him like, okay, something's coming, and keep your eyes out. So I'll throw the stick and I'll say mark, and then I release him. And if he knows where the stick is, then it's no problem. Like he'll just go straight for it. But if he's not sure where it's at, like if I threw it and I had him lay down behind some brush and then come out, or say I hide something somewhere, I'll stand behind him and put my hand over his head, directing him towards where the item is. And so then I'll release him, saying his name, Chief, and he'll take off, and then he'll come back, and he always comes to my left side and sits down. I don't praise him until he sits down and he's still holding the item. I don't want him to drop the item. I don't want him to shake before I receive the item. Because a lot of times, like a dog maybe will bring a bird back, and they'll get to the edge of the water and they'll set it down, and then they'll shake, and then they'll pick it back up or try to play with it or something. So he comes right to my side and he's still holding the item. I take it from his mouth, and then I step away from him, and then I give him the command to shake, which is just shaking my hand like that, and I'll say shake. So then he shakes, and then we can do the whole process again. Another thing that I do with him is I'll throw the stick or ball out into the water, and then I will use hand signals so to kind of direct him to where it's at. And as long as I stay consistent with that, if he's ever out in the water looking for a bird and it's off to the right and he doesn't know where it's at, I can do a long whistle, and he'll turn around and look at me, and then I'll point in the direction towards where the bird is, and then release him again, say his name, and he'll swim that way and find it. If he gets within a 10-foot radius, I'll say right there, and then he knows that he's close, and he'll kind of hunker down and find it. So that's more like if he's in the brush or something, but when you're in the water, you can usually see it a lot easier. Bring here. Sit. Hold. Hold. Thank you. Stay. I try to stay consistent when I'm just playing with him, even in the yard, or if somebody else wants to throw the ball for him. I teach him, like, I want you to have him come to your left side. I want him to sit down. I don't want him to run until you release him, because a lot of dogs, when they play fetch, will just throw the ball and the dog takes off running. But sometimes the dog will take off running before you even throw the ball, and that's not good hunting behavior. And so you want to just find a balance between the two, so that your dog can have fun and play with the ball or a stick, play with company or your family. But then when it comes time to hunting, they're not completely, spoiled or off track. So that's something that I do with Chief, is I just try to keep it consistent on both sides. And Chief is more of a pet than a hunter. He definitely has been hunting, but not a lot. And so I just wanted to be able to have a dog that could hunt if that opportunity came up. And so he has been out there, he has retrieved birds, and he did great. And it's mostly due to the time and the training that I put into training him. So I do have an Instagram that's called Train My Lab. And I think in the future, I definitely want to dive more into specifics of training Labradors, and something that I enjoy to do. But as my wife and I and Chief are traveling full time right now, that's not really something that I have the time to focus in on right now, but I think in the future that's something that I definitely want to do. So if that's something that interests you, go check out the Instagram account Train My Lab, and then when things come up, I'll let you know. If you are new to this channel, you can push the subscribe button all the way in and click the bell so you get notified. And then there's a big thumb more going on YouTube, so click that thumb more button for us to help us out. And if you're a subscriber, consider sharing one of our videos today, and we'll see you later. Hats off to you.